Ask yourself this question. What is Bitcoin? Do you even know? Well, you see graphics on internet or in YouTube videos where they show real coins. Somebody holding Bitcoin. But Bitcoin doesn't exist. It's a digital form just in a network system. There's no coin you can hold. And yet, you put your paper money and trade it for that so-called coin. Remember 15 years ago? Yahoo was selling for 1,000. Do you know that today Yahoo stock even doesn't exist? So is the Bitcoin same like Yahoo stock? What's the Bitcoin? It's a network. It's a network, system of computers. So what happens when that system called Bitcoin, which is a network, what happens if somebody pulls the plug out of the wall and the whole system just pop, disappears? Where's your fortune? Where are your coins? I don't say it works that way, but I don't know how it works. Somebody has to explain me. So if you're smart enough, post a video on that or write me in a comment. What happens when somebody pulls the plug on the network? Well, they're not gonna do that. Really? Who created Bitcoin? Well, the legend is, really the legend, because there's no proof of anything, it's the guy named Satoshi Nakamoto. That's just a legend, urban legend. Recently, I don't know, a few years ago, they found in California a guy called Satoshi Nakamoto, and there's YouTube video you can see where he said, that's not me. I never worked there. I was working something else, whatever, at that time, so that's not me. Then after that, came out a guy called Craig Wright. He works there. And he said that he is Nakamoto. Why? And there's a YouTube video where he explains, I don't know, he had a girlfriend that was in Japan and he trained martial arts and he was always using some Japanese names. He even has a proof of that first email that somebody else said it's not the right one. So it's still a mystery. Then in the interview, they also asked him, well, why you're coming out as Nakamoto now? Why not before? He said, I'm not even doing it for myself. It's the people, so people he works with. And there are people, when they ask him, is he the one? They say yes. Maybe it's him, or it's not. But who cares? Here's a statement that he said, no one understands Bitcoin well. And that's my question. So then how are you investing money into something you don't understand? You even don't know what it is, and you cannot hold in your hand. Oh, but I have my wallet on Coinbase. Yeah, sure, good luck with that. So now I look at some investments. Do you know that there are investments where you put your crypto and you get like 100,000% return, or 12,000% return, or 1,000 or 1,500, very, very common. That reminds me of something. It may be unrelated, it's maybe not the same, but the moment when there's possibilities where you can make a lot of money out of nothing, you have to wonder, something is wrong here. Something must be wrong. I came to the United States in 1986 and I live here, good life for the last 35 years. Country I came from was called Yugoslavia. Was called because it doesn't exist anymore. In 1991, people in my country were stupid enough and started a civil war and got separated in 6 different countries. Part where I came from is Serbia. That's a new country, known for Novak Djokovic, the best tennis player of all times. In 1990, when the wall fell down and democracy came to all Eastern Bloc countries, and my country was part of that, suddenly we are all about capitalism, making money, investments. So I went back home in 1992. At that moment, people told me there's a new bank, and after that, another one popped out, two of them, that are giving you interest rates that are abnormal. If you put $1,000 in the bank, you get monthly like $1,500 in just interest. Next month, you again. So people start doing that and thinking, I can make a living doing this. Nobody was thinking about how's that possible to get that high interest rate? Where's that money coming from? Well, it was pyramid scheme. Those that started in the beginning, they got some money back. But once, when the bank had in a system like, 500-600 million, in those days Deutschmarks, which is today equivalent of a euro, the owner just disappeared. And the same thing happened with the owner of the other bank. Who were those people? Look at this. Dafina Milanovic. She was born in Yugoslavia, and Wikipedia said that in 79 she was the treasurer of rowing club Mornar, and she was sentenced to 11 months in prison for illegal misappropriation of money. That was then communist government in Yugoslavia. So this woman, in her blood, has some financial schemes already. Then in 1991, like I said, when the wall fell, she came and started the bank, which is, Wikipedia said, principle of pyramid savings, where the top gets some rewards, but at the end, everybody down loses. That lasted like for a year or two, and bank got bankrupt May 1993, which was like kind of normal, but then she disappeared with hundreds of millions. Later she got arrested in some other European countries, and whatever she did, think about it, in a communist country that turned to democracy, but still same people stayed in power. She had the authorization of former governor of National Bank of Yugoslavia, Borislav Atanackovic. So the head guy of the finances in the government gave her approval to do what she's doing. Do you think he did that without having a cut, in a communist country to start a private bank? Like I said, there was two of them. Here's the second one. Demir Vasilyevic, same story. He is a similar age like Dafina, did the same thing. In 1992, he established the Yugo-Sandic Savings Bank, privately owned bank. Same thing, huge interest rates on those that put deposits, and he also disappeared with the money. Later, he was arrested in Netherlands, extradited to Serbia, where he got 5-year jail sentence, but crippled so many poor people by taking their money. But that scheme didn't go just in Yugoslavia. It went around the all Eastern Bloc countries, where naive people suddenly think capitalism is going to give them something. The same thing was in Bulgaria, Albania, Romania, everywhere. And I guess ran by the same people. Call it bank cartel. Okay, you tell me this is not the same. Again, I'm asking you. One day that the right guy gets pissed and pulls the plug on a Bitcoin network. Where are your tokens? I hope some of you can post a comment and explain me something. Tell me, how safe is Bitcoin investment? Recently I saw on YouTube a video that talks about crypto cartel. The video talks and gives the name of people that are today running most of these networks, exchanges, wallets, apps, everything. 90%, if not more, is in the hand of the same group, and that's why they called it cartel. I found QuickSwap. nice site, easy to use, and then like 5 days later I find this Dafina, which looks the same, and works the same system through Matic network. Why do you need two of them? That Cartel probably can tell you why. Be safe.